it's Jo here, founder of Freckles, and today I want to talk about why it's so important you put together a good CV. Now I know that sounds really obvious, it's like apply for a job, send a CV, it's a pretty standard process, but I was really surprised again about the quality of the CVs that we were getting. And I think part of the problem is that we're not really taught how to put a good CV together. And I think the other problem is that on a lot of the job platforms there's sort of auto-fill information, so you put information in and it then kind of creates the CV for you, and it's quite, I think from our knowledge, it's quite hard to change those. So often you're sending possibly the not most up-to-date CV that you've got, and it's not reflecting you possibly in the best light. When you're putting together a CV, obviously key things you need to think about are layout, you need to think about spelling, capital I's, things like that. You want to start with your name and possibly your location and contact details, maybe an address, but I would kind of go email and number probably, and with my name at the top. And then you're going to be going down to what we call your personal profile, a short snappy introduction of yourself, who you are, what you're looking for, that kind of thing. So 1 or 2 sentences there, really short and concise, and punchy. Now, depending on your age and therefore what you're looking for, I would probably start with work experience. If you're 18 and you don't have any experience, then start with your grades. If you're doing your work experience, most recent first. So let's think about maybe you had a job from 2017 through to December 2018, and that's why you're looking now. Start with that one. So that one, it needs to be dated, it needs to have a clear heading as to what the role responsibility was, so what it was. So were you a manager in a retail park? And then I want to know the location. I want some short duties about what you did, roles and responsibilities, that kind of thing, and that follows the same format for all of your work experience. So say it's nannying and you have worked in retail for 5 years, but you have also done, you did work in a nursery before that, and you kind of had nannied ad hoc. I would then divide up your work experience, and I would go childcare related experience at the top, doing most recent first, so you would have your nannying there and then your nursery work, and then I would go other work experience sort of thing. So you can divide it up. What you want to do is you want to draw the recruiter to the information that you have about that is relevant to the job you're applying for. So I do that. At the bottom you can add additional information, extra qualifications, anything that you think is relevant. Definitely try and keep it to 1 or 2 pages of A4 and really use the whole piece of the paper. You don't just want it all like kind of linear. So that would be my advice there. When you're sending it into a recruiter, if you're using a job platform, it's normally like kind of the emails are encrypted, so you can't access a direct email, but go and Google the company. So if you're applying to us and you know that you're using a platform which is using an old CV, or a CV that's actually, to be honest, not that well laid out because it's their formatting and you'd rather send the one that you've done, then go and Google us and you can find our email address, and it's like that with every other company as well. And just say in the heading, attention of recruiter for X job, and they'll direct it to the right person. But if people are recruiting, they generally have that information on their website as well. Obviously, if you're applying for a job and it's directly, so if in nannying you're applying directly to a family, you're not going to be able to go to their website because they don't have one. So I would suggest send that, use the CV you've got if you can't update it, and write a specific cover letter within the recruiting platform you're using, and say, I would like to send my updated CV, please may I have an email address, that kind of thing, and state that you have a better CV than the one you've currently got. I hope that's helpful. It's a lot to take in, but really a CV is so powerful. Just really concentrate on the layout. I have put together a template one for you. Go away and use that. Google it as well. There's lots of different templates and samples out there, and just spend a little bit of time preparing that, and then you don't really have to amend it every time, but obviously every time you get a new job or you change, make sure it's on there too. Any questions, let me know, and I will be back next week with another video on anything and everything to do with nannying, childcare and children.